Your natural hair is good for church programs. Your natural hair is good for when you want to pick your kids at school.
Oh, wow.
Don't bring your natural hair to my event. Natural hair, I relax it. I cut my hair like every year and grow my natural hair back. I love it. And I realized that it's not good to the sight every time.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jemima, and on this channel I share all things natural hair and lifestyle. Today's video is a little bit different in the sense that I am doing a video response to a video that I've been seeing knocking about today. Today's date is Sunday, the 10th of December, and hopefully this video will be out by tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday. So fingers crossed. I wanted to quickly get on it because it's quite hot on Instagram. This is a video that I first saw in the stories of someone that I follow, and I'm not gonna lie, it really annoyed me, and it was really hard to watch. So I thought, let me go to the original post, which was posted on the Shaderoom. So I went on there now and I watched the video again, and then I went straight to the comment section, and it did not disappoint. It really did not disappoint. So I'm gonna let you watch and listen to the video, and then I will come back and give you my thoughts on it.
And there's this whole battle, you know, natural hair versus wigs or weaves. What's your take on it?
Your natural hair is good for church programs. Your natural hair is good for when you want to pick your kids at school.
Oh, wow.
Don't bring your natural hair to my event. If I'm going to the beach and I can wear my natural hair, it's good for the beach. If I'm going to church, it's okay. Do you get what I'm saying? If I'm going to pick my, maybe going to play with my niece, it's cool. If I'm in my house, it's okay. But why would I want to wear a nice dress, expensive dress, expensive heels? At least I'll do ponytail. I relax it. I cut my hair like every year and grow my natural hair back. I love it. And I realized that it's not good to the sight every time.
When you say the sides, like to see.
To see.
So yeah, that was the video. Guys, I don't know how you feel about it, but I find it pretty embarrassing. Like, I got secondhand embarrassment from watching that video because it's just shocking, right? It's just shocking. It's saddening. It's frightening that this day and age, 2023, we're almost in 2024 and we still have people who think like this. And what makes it worse is that this lady, okay, let me give you a little bit of a background. I didn't know her until today. So she was a guest on the Bahd Boujee podcast, and I guess because she's a reality TV star from Big Brother Nigeria, so that's probably why I wouldn't know her. And she's sort of into like the beauty space. She's got a few businesses. I think that's why she was invited to talk about things relating to beauty and hair and the like. After watching that video, I went straight to the comment section because I knew that the comment section would not disappoint. So I'm gonna read you some of the comments that I saw from the comment section. These were the comments that were killing me. Imagine thinking the hair that comes out of your scalp is not suitable for certain places, and imagine your wig sitting like a partridge in a pear tree while you make the statement. Another one says, podcast full of bad wigs. The irony. Someone else says, saying this with a raggedy wig is insane. And then the next one says, child, my natural hair turn heads too. Speak for yourself, headband. And then someone else says, the audacity while wearing a headband wig is crazy. And then someone else says, a woman of African descent saying natural is basically not okay for the public, does not sit well with my soul. And the last comment, which I think is perfect is natural hair is for every occasion in caps, such ignorance and self-hate. And I love that, and that's why I am doing this video. As soon as I saw this video, I was very, very triggered. That's because like this is the type of message that we've been fed all our lives, that our hair needs to be manipulated into a certain state for it to be palatable for certain events or certain places or certain people. So that's why we have styles that people will slick their heads till their brain lays flat. Like literally people are trying to slick down their brain because they don't even want to see any sort of kink in their hair. That's like the sort of sleek styles we're going for in order for some of us to feel like our hair is done. And worse still, we have people like this lady who seems to be quite confused because she says a lot of contradictory things in her video. So it seems as though for her, natural hair is okay. You know, she claims that she loves natural hair. Natural hair is okay for certain events, but just not every day. It's just really sad because the reason why I went natural and the reason why I started sharing my journey was really to debunk all these things that we've been made to believe all our lives. And I think that we are making progress because when the natural hair movement started over 10 years ago, that was when I went natural. I think I probably went natural probably 2 years into the movement. And I think since then, a lot of us have worked on our mentality. We've worked on doing a lot of the things that we believed, a lot of like the bad techniques that we used on our hair. We had to undo a lot of the things that we had learned to be able to move forward with our hair journeys. And it's just sad that some people just did not bother to do that work, because I'm not gonna lie to you, based off of our background, we have been conditioned from way back when slavery was a thing. We've been conditioned to believe that our hair was less than. So if you're gonna then turn around to wear this hair as we should have years ago, then there are some things that you have to undo in your belief system. And I just think a lot of people are not doing that work, which is so sad. I had to do that work myself as well. I had texture envy when I first became natural. A lot of that was just the ignorance of not knowing that natural 85's curls is not going to be my curls when I big chop. I didn't know that. When I big chopped, I was expecting some springing loose 3C curls, and I was met with 4C curls. And I only use this system for identification purposes, just so you know the type of curl that I'm talking about, not because I believe in the hair type system. I think it's only useful for certain things, but I digress. But that's just how I'm using the hair typing system. So I had to do a lot of unlearning and relearning to be able to get my hair to where it's healthy, it's beautiful. I am confident in wearing it. I can wear it to work. I can wear it to any and everywhere. And that's because I've done the work. And I know for a lot of people it's hard because maybe their environment doesn't make doing that work easy. Maybe it's like a horrible boss who's just racist and just doesn't like you, so it's not gonna like your hair. So you are coming up against a lot of resistance in the work that you need to do. So yeah, I get that it's not going to be easy for everyone, and even for this lady, I do have a lot of compassion for her because I believe that we were all once in that place. So yes, I do have compassion for her. My only thing is, those are thoughts that perhaps she should have kept to herself, because yes, everybody is entitled to their opinion, but you cannot expect to share that opinion freely without other people telling you their opinion. And I'm saying this because my friend, I don't have permission to share this, because so I'm not going to share too much details. So basically, a friend of mine sent her a DM after watching the video, and she basically was very defensive to this friend, and she was swearing, and she basically just immediately went into defensive mode. She attacked my friend. She said, "Did you even watch the whole video?" That was the reason why I went and watched the whole video. She said, "Did you even watch the whole video? I have natural hair. I love natural hair." So she's sort of doing it from the point of, I have natural hair myself, so how can I possibly not love it? And also, because I have natural hair myself, I'm allowed to say whatever I want about natural hair, basically. And then she had the nerve to then like shared my friend's graduation picture with her. In this picture, she was wearing an afro, and then she said to her, "Does this make sense to you?" Basically referring to the cap not sitting on her head properly because her afro was in the way. So it's just like she was doubling down when she didn't need to. And I'm actually surprised that she replied. I wouldn't have. I assume she's probably been getting a lot of those DMs, and I understand why she'd be upset. I'd be upset if some random person felt that they could DM me and just say whatever they want to me. So I get it, and I don't know where I'm going with this. I totally forgot. So like I said, I had to go watch the whole interview. From watching that video, there are a few things that I picked up, some things that were said about natural hair that I am going to share here, and these will be mostly paraphrased, but they were said in that interview. So the first one is, wearing your natural hair to certain events is like wearing trainers with your asobi. And I think in Nigeria, that's like the outfits that certain guests wear for Nigerian weddings. That's what my understanding is. If it's not, I'm gonna put it on the screen. So yeah, she basically compared it to a mismatch. And it's funny that she'd say that, because there's a video of Tenny, who's an artist. She's really funny. There's a video of her dancing in purple asoebi and purple trainers. That's funny that she did that, but yeah. So I found that in this interview, the host that was asking most of the questions seemed to not share the same sentiments the other host and the guest did about natural hair. So she was good in that sense. But the other host, she was quite annoying. She also put a few problematic statements out there about natural hair, and I'm gonna read that too. So there's two statements that I remember she made. The first one is that natural hair is boring. Like, how can you even say the natural hair is boring? You can do anything with natural hair. You can do so many things with natural hair. How can you even compare natural hair to a weave or a wig? All you're doing to your weave or wig is just straightening and curling. It literally just gives I'm bald, because it's only someone who's bald who will think the natural hair is boring, because you can't do anything with scalp. Like, you need hair to do things. So I have to just assume that she's bald, because that's impossible, okay? So that's one thing that she said. And then another thing that she said was that natural hair is too time consuming. I mean, this is something that has been in the natural hair community for forever, right? Because at first we just didn't know how to care for our hair and whatnot, but now it's been like well over 10 years. Like, we all should have the tools by now. The guest mentioned that she'd be combing her hair crying. Nobody should be combing their hair crying in 2023. Like, absolutely nobody. That's a no-no. Like, everybody knows that you spray your hair with water before you detangle. Don't detangle dry hair. And like, this is something that I didn't know when I was 13, 14, and I'd have braids in for 3 months because my mom wouldn't let me take them out. And then I'd take them out and I'd have like so much like residue at the roots of my hair, and I'd be combing it dry. We didn't have this information then. Now we do. YouTube University is free. Nobody should be combing their hair and crying. No one. Absolutely no one. And also, yeah, natural hair can be time consuming, but just like anything else, you just have to make time for it. Weaves and wigs are also time consuming. People spend several minutes laying their wigs. When I experimented with wigs in 2015, I spent so much time trying to make my wig look natural, which defeated the purpose of me wearing the wigs, because for me, the reason why I wanted to wear a wig was so that I can just wake up, plonk it on my head and be gone. But then I found that was not the case. One, because I'm a perfectionist and I don't want my wig to be wigging. Like, why must everybody know that I'm wearing a wig? Mind you, I was also wearing like natural textured wigs, so they could easily pass as my hair when done right. And I just found that I was spending so much time to try to make these wigs look natural, and I was just like, nah, that's not why I'm doing this. It's wasting my time instead. So I stopped it, and then I just came right back to my natural hair, and my natural hair is easier. I could just put a scarf on this, take it off the next day, and I'm gone. So no, wigs can be time consuming. You guys are coloring these wigs, you're cutting it and shaping them, you're washing them, you're treating them. Just because it's not the one on your head, like, it's the same thing, okay? If you can do it to hair that's not yours, you can do it to your own hair. Come on. So the rest are just going to be statements from the guest. Also, just to be clear, the video that Shaderoom posted was actually bits and bobs from different parts of the interview mashed up together. So it made it sound really, really bad. I mean, it was bad on its own, but the way it was edited made it worse, okay? So just to put that out there, and from watching the whole video, I got a sense that she does love natural hair, but she just doesn't think it's enough. You know, she just feels like, at least if you're going to have your natural hair, you should have a ponytail. And to her, it seems like it's a good median, you know? Your hair's not fully covered, but there's an extension on. And I got a feeling that she feels like hair with extension on is better than natural hair on its own. That's just the whole vibe I was getting. And she was making a lot of contradictory statements about natural hair, and yeah, she was all over the place. That was just to clear up my next points. So this is paraphrased, by the way. So it says, I love natural hair, and then in brackets I've put, I have it myself. So she says a lot that I have natural hair myself, which I think she tries to use to sort of give herself the permission to talk about natural hair, because it's like, how can I hate it? I have natural hair myself. Duh. And then she says, I can't tell people how to wear their hair, but please consider. So she's basically like think about it. You can wear your natural hair, but not every day, you know? Like, please think about, like, consider it and think about what people might say. And she made a comment about, like, people like her, like what people like her will say about you if you take your natural hair to those kind of events. So yeah, so the next one, she says, at least wear a ponytail, which I've touched on already. And then she says, I would wear natural hair. Oh, she also talked about wearing natural hair for her wedding, but only to be different. She wants to be able to look back on the pictures to think that, oh, I did something different, you know, I tried something different. I don't know why that's different. Like, people wear their natural hair for weddings all the time. I wore my natural hair for my wedding, and even people who don't wear their actual natural hair, they use like kinky bulk hair to do their hair, so that's still giving natural. So I don't know why it's like something different. Maybe something different for her, but anyway. And then she says you can wear your natural hair, but it's not every day. Sometimes wear braids. And then one of the hosts said, but braids are natural too. And she said, yeah, they can be, but just add extensions. So there we go again with the extension reference. So it seems like she feels like unless another hair has been added to the natural hair, it's not complete, it's not done, and it's not worthy for certain places and certain events, which is so not true. So that brings me to the end of this video and the last part to give you my final thoughts. I am so sorry on behalf of this woman to anyone who has been struggling to love their hair, and any damage that this video and this opinion of this lady has done to your psyche. I'm here to let you know that your hair is beautiful and your hair is worthy to be the center of attention at any event. Your hair will elevate your most expensive shoes, your most expensive gown. Your natural hair is that girl and has been that girl, okay? Do not sleep on your natural hair. And for me, this has been my message from the very beginning, and that's why when I started, all I was doing was creating textured styles. I tried to stay away from using gel from the beginning. I tried to actually stay away from talking about products too much. I focused more on technique, because at the time the natural hair community was obsessed with products, okay? And I didn't want to send the wrong message, because there was this thing, there still is this thing where people think though there's one product that's going to just make their hair grow and solve all their hair problems, but they don't know that product in combination with technique and knowledge is what grows long, healthy hair. So that's why I didn't want to get into all the products and stuff. I made sure I created styles that were highly textured, like this one, just to always convey the message and to help people to consistently see the texture and to just know that it can be beautiful, and it is beautiful. So that's why I had to jump on this conversation, because it's so near and dear to my heart. I know how it feels to not feel like your hair is enough. Growing up, my hair texture was always like something that I was teased with. I always knew that it wasn't the one that people liked. My mom has, I'd say maybe 4A, 4B hair texture, and I have my dad's side of the family's hair texture, and people would always ask me, why didn't you take after your mom? Why don't you have your mom's hair? And my brother's hair is slightly more closer to my mom's texture than mine, so they'd also compare my hair to his. My siblings always joked around at the fact that I didn't have much hair, so I know how it feels to not feel beautiful and confident in your hair. When I also moved to the UK, I went to an all-white school. I was literally the only black person in my whole year, and because in Ghana we cut our hair short, when I came here I had short hair, and so I would wear a scarf to school. The kids would laugh at me, and I'd wear a scarf to school because I was just hiding my hair. Everybody else had long hair. So yeah, I have some traumatic experiences, you know, about not feeling beautiful in your hair or with the hair that you've been born with. And I just really want to free people, you know, of that feeling. I can't tell you the amount of freedom or the level of freedom that comes with not caring about what people think, loving your hair regardless, experimenting your hair without worry, and just being yourself. The level of freedom that comes with that is out of this world, and that's really what I wish for all of us. If this video did a number on you, I am sorry, but I'm here to tell you that your hair is beautiful, Your hair is worthy to be in any room, at any level, at any event, at work, at home, at the gym. It's not only for church, it's not only for school runs, it's not only for play dates, it's for every event because it's growing out of your scalp. So enjoy your hair and let me know what you think about this conversation and this video in the comment section below, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.